to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 278 of the All-Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg, and I'm joined as always over the Team Waves. No, not Team Waves. What are we on now?
Yeah,
it is
we're on the
teams.
team.
Team
Yeah, it's the
Waves. Who are you?
All up in the teams, mate. It's Joe, obviously Joe Jackson. It's Jojo, obviously
It
Joe
sounded
Jackson.
like
apparently.
sounded like you forgot your name for a second. If
I
I'm
did,
being
yeah. No,
perfectly honest.
I nearly fucked that up. I 278 didn't sound right to me, so I was in the process of checking, and then I was like, I don't know why I doubted you.
I did multiple checks before. I was actually ahead of the game and had already updated my notes. That's right. Sometimes I have notes. But then I get to record and I'm like, oh, I haven't updated these since last week. Obviously not. I already had. Then I checked myself. No, the last episode was definitely 277.
We're creeping right towards 300 episodes here.
I do always have that fear sometimes that I'm just going to randomly go on Spotify and see that I've actually numbered like way back in like episode 106 and 107 and I jumped to like 110 somehow. Like, just be like, oh my God, I've got to change every episode.
Yeah, no, that's where we need like. That's where we need like a listener to point something out to us. Like, I think
and it has been pointed out before when we have done it.
yeah, but I mean, rightly so.
Or if I've said the wrong episode number, or if I haven't updated it on the artwork, or I've put the wrong one on the artwork. That happens as well sometimes.
What can we do?
Like,
We're only
things
human.
happen. These
We're only
things
human,
happen.
Greg. We're only human.
Yes, barely. How's it been?
It's good, thank you. Yeah, very, very good. What's happened? Not a lot. I had
a
a week
lot.
off from work, which was nice. It was Becca's birthday. We had a nice day then. But
right.
it was.
Oh, wait, you said you did say where you were going. Where did you go?
We didn't in the end.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going somewhere to eat, weren't you? I
Yeah,
thought
we
you
were
going...
gonna. There's the 36th Street. It's a Vietnamese place in town in Kingston.
Yeah.
That we very much enjoy. We were gonna. I think I'd contemplate or said like, do you fancy doing that? And I think we fucking on the day just bollocksed it off
Couldn't
and
be
just
arsed.
hung out at home. Yeah.
Right.
But it was it was a good week, great weather. And then
Nice.
it
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
went back to winter apparently.
Mate, it's been insane actually, because it's been like the last week. My car window screen has been proper frozen, like
Oh,
proper
really?
frozen. Yeah, every morning I'm like, fuck, I need to start putting the cover back on. I haven't,
Yeah.
and I get up next morning, I'm like, fuck, it's proper frozen again.
Fucking hell. Yeah, man, it's
Like,
a weird one.
yeah,
There was
like
there was
really
a couple
frozen
of
as well.
there was a couple of days last week where we're fucking Michael fishing it again, man. Every fucking episode. There was a couple of days
Well, we're in our
last week.
40s now. We care about the weather.
That's it. All we do. There was a couple of days last week where it was just fucking bitter and it was really windy and it was horrible. But it's starting to feel like spring now. Starting to
Yeah.
feel
But
like spring.
although, say, by the last couple of days, Indiana had, because I worked, so in my new job, I have to work one Saturday a month.
Yeah.
And that was yesterday.
That's not
I only
bad.
I do a shorter shift though, but I did a longer one the day before. So I did an 11-hour shift on the Friday, but then on the Saturday I was only in 9 till 4.
Yeah, that's all right. That's like a Sunday
So-
shift for me, really.
Yeah. So, but that meant I worked Saturday, so I didn't have Indiana Friday night like I usually would.
Yeah.
So I had a Saturday night, and then today she had a party at like 11 o'clock. And then it's just like, I had to drop something off at the estate agent's. Went and got breakfast, and it's like, there's no real point going home now because she kind of finishes in an hour. By the time I'd get home, I'd have to come back and get her, and I didn't have the car, so I'd be walking.
Yeah.
So I just kind of hung out and walked around for a bit and hung out in the park, and it was so fucking cold, man. I was in such like a mood.
Yeah.
Like, and by the time I got to the house to pick her up, she's like, "Oh, come in, they're still playing in the garden." It's like, ugh.
Oh, come on. No.
And you get there, and I mean, it looked fun what they were about to do. Why they waited till the last minute to do this. This would have been an early thing I would have done. They would just figured out they could pull all the ball pit balls into the massive trampoline that was in the garden.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be good.
So I let her have a little bounce around, but then I was like, right, we got to go. Luckily, there was another mum to her kid being like, we have to go now.
Yeah.
and then just get out,
getting that
get
way.
home,
Good
and
stuff.
just get home, and then just getting home. Normal dad duties, bath, give her something to eat, drop her back home, and I'm just tired, like an old man. Just tired.
Man.
I didn't realise the clock's changed this morning.
Just hearing that, I'm just...
Yeah, I was tired. I didn't realise the clock's changed this morning either. Like, I kind of woke up, saw the phone, and was like, "Oh, she's up quite late. She's not, it's 6:30. She's actually up quite early. Quite well, not as early as she usually is." And then I kind of dozed off, and I kind of got up and was like, "Oh, it'd only been like 10 minutes or so." So I got up and actually made a coffee. And then I looked at my actual watch, which is a Casio, so it doesn't update on the internet. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's like 5:45 in the morning. Like, I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Like, I was so confused.
I would have.
But no, the clocks have changed. Obviously, on my phone, it had updated. Threw me off completely.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. I think
yeah.
it's nice that it's going to be lighter in the evenings. That's always a pleasant feeling.
It's light now. Yeah,
it's great. Loving it.
I mean, it's not sunny, but it's light. It's light.
it's
Light. It was light
murky,
when I
but
woke up this morning, so that really threw me off as well.
Yeah. It's just that.
So yeah, there you go. That's my life. Confusion. That's the highlight of my week. Confusion of the time in the morning. This morning. Other than that, it's just been just work and existing.
Yeah, man. That's what we do now in this particular decade of our lives. It's just
I'm trying to think.
working
There must have done something since the last episode, but I really can't think.
I can't.
I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have done something. My mind's just drawing a blank.
Usually
Usually, if I've done something of interest during the week, I do write it down on my notes for the episode. So
Yeah,
I can be like, oh yeah, I did that. Even if I've gone to Echo, I'll still write like Star Wars weekend. Like I forget I went away for a weekend. Like,
Well, on the at the time of release of this episode, it will be my mum's birthday. So shout out, mum, and
happy birthday,
happy
Jenny.
birthday to you.
does she listen?
She sees the artwork because she follows me on Instagram.
Right, I see.
So she sees the artwork every now and again, and usually has some.
Does
sort
she
of
ever come
question.
back with questions? Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Why is Greg doing that?
He always does that, Mum.
Why is Greg doing that in the artwork?" And I was like, "Can't do that." It's just
Does
what
that
he's-
mean if she ever sees me again, she's going to be like, I can't believe you did that? And I'm like, I
Yeah,
didn't. It was the artwork.
Yeah. So you pulled an eel out of a man's anus.
So tell me about this eel you pulled out of a man's anus.
I heard he had a lemon in his mouth.
Tell me about when you were dressed as a Power Ranger robbing houses.
I can't believe you got my son involved in that. You're such a bad influence.
Yes, so yeah, okay. But yeah, I don't do those awful things, Jenny. Well, maybe. It depends what the artwork is. Maybe I have. You may never know. I might have done it. Yeah, seeing as I can't think of anything of interest I want to say, the only thing I've probably done the only thing I've looked forward to this week, which is really sad, is the new series of Daredevil starting, and it started, and the first episode
It's
was
begun,
good.
is it?
Yes, it has begun. It has begun.
It has begun.
Yes, season 2 of Born Again has begun, and I tell you what, they've kept it. I'm so glad it's just as like gnarly as the original ones.
I mean, I remember
violence.
you telling me about Daredevil, and obviously then when they had was it the second season when it crossed over with Punisher?
Oh, they brought Punisher in. That was the first time he appeared in it.
It's
in
fucking
and
brutal, mate.
It's so brutal. I watched the clip the other day of him fighting someone in prison, and it's so fucking disgusting, man. He just fucking just stabbing him.
Is that
in
when
the
he's?
fucking front.
Is that when they open all the cells up?
Yeah, and
Is
he has
that
to
in
fight his
Punisher?
way out. That's
Mate,
season 2 of
it's
Daredevil.
it's like such jail stabs, isn't it? Like quick,
it's nasty,
quick
man.
fucking stabs. Yeah, horrible shit, man. I always remember in. Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Great. I think it was the final season where Walt puts a hit on all the people that are able to identify him or something that are in prisons.
Right.
And he puts hits out in like 5 different prisons, and it's like a montage of all of them.
Yes,
done
yeah,
in.
no, I remember. Yeah,
And
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
man, some of those are horrific. Like,
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I just looked when we see when it's so Daredevil started in 2015.
yeah.
Obviously, it had 3 series, then it got cancelled because the Netflix Marvel ownership rights, whatever. So they cancelled it off Netflix. I think the rights went back to Marvel, and they just sat in it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to figure out what to do with the character. Probably recast and reintroduce it into our version of things." And then obviously they've brought it back now, like almost 10 years later. They've brought it back
That's crazy.
and called it Born Again.
Yeah.
Which originally they filmed the first season of it, and it had the same actors, but it was more of a complete sort of reboot, and it ignored the Netflix series. And then before it aired, the new producer came in and was like, no, it has to connect. Listen to the fans. It has to connect to the old Netflix season. So they chopped it all up and refilmed a new beginning and a new end and tied it all into the original series, which still was what I still really enjoyed. And now in season 2, this is now that it's completely from beginning to end. It's all written with this all in mind. So I'm looking forward to them really like getting to do what they wanted to do and make it more of a expansion. And it's good. I'm excited. It's good. It's honestly one of my favourite shows. I rewatch it quite a lot. And I tell you what, I have been a little bit disappointed with the old. I shouldn't keep calling it the Godzilla show because it's not about Godzilla, but the Legacy of Monsters. I really enjoyed season 1. Like that one with Kurt Russell and the whole Monsterverse, Kong, Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Apple. Season 1 I really enjoyed. Although I like the big monster in season 2, it's pretty boring. Like I'm finding it pretty boring. I'm just like, well, when's Kong or Godzilla going to show up? Which I know isn't the attitude because it's not called the Kong show.
Yeah, it's. I think it's probably the circumstance of of like the first season they might have done too many like well.
I think they rushed it out. That's what I think.
Oh, you really?
It just feels a bit rushed. I don't know. It's like Kurt Russell is. It's like he's not even really trying in it. Like he's really phoning it in, man. And I get it. Fuck it, right? Like you're there for the paycheck. You're probably acting in front of a green screen for a lot of stuff. Like I get it.
Sure. It's hard to.
But it's still just like.
Situation.
But it's just weird acting. I can't really explain it. It just feels like weird 80s movie acting. And maybe that's what they're going for.
I mean, Kurt Russell is probably all he knows.
Like there's literally a bit where they're trying to lead some big, huge sea creature away. It fucking looks amazing, by the way. Kurt Russell gets on like a fucking little speedboat, like lures it away, and he's like coming back towards like the fucking sea station or big boat where they're on a big fucking warship or whatever, and he's like coming back towards the boat, and there's a big wave coming behind him from where the creatures burst out, and the wave kind of circles over him. You don't think he's going to make it, and then it crashes over the boat, and you don't see him, and everyone's like, and you watch for a little while, and then he kind of comes out of a little gap in the wave and the speedboat, and one of the military guys goes, "Son of a bitch." Which, to be fair, I know it's cheesy and corny, but that's kind of how it feels. Although I would have been disappointed still if they hadn't said that, because I said it in my head.
You were saying it in your head, yeah.
Yeah. But still, I don't know. I don't think he delivered it very well.
Nice.
Threw me off. It's a little gripe to have, but it's just that's the feeling. I'm picking out too many things watching it. I'm like, just get to monsters fighting. Anyway, I've gone on a bit of a rant now. I feel like the overall gist of it is I haven't been enjoying season 2 as much as season 1.
Fair play. Well,
Good night.
Yeah.
I'll let Joe say what he wants to say in a minute.
Well, we watched. There's a series on Netflix, and they just released a new series, and it was originally titled LA Homicides.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I've watched the first 2. Yeah,
great fucking show.
I hated season 2. Season 1 was awesome. Then they released the LA one, didn't they?
No. So it was LA was first, and then New York was the second season.
One of them, no, hang on, because they did one season that I really enjoyed. Then they released a second season, which I was excited about, but it was all about the actors. Most of them were about actors and producers, and I really didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah,
I didn't like. I got a bit bored.
There was what do you fucking call his name? There was a very, very famous producer.
There was a couple
Phil
of them
Spector.
on there.
There
was a couple of people I knew, a couple of stories I already knew. I was like, I don't like they're doing quite famous stories. I like the idea of knowing the smaller horrific stories, but I've watched the first 2 of the new series, and it's good.
The new.
I mean, it's fucking horrible.
The new New York season.
Yeah.
No, that fucking
the one that's just come on Netflix now. Yeah, I've only watched the first 2. The first episode's the guy whose daughter goes missing. Is it his son? The son goes missing. Or was that the second episode?
Yeah, no,
that's
the son goes missing, and
at a party in that apartment. Right?
Mate, that's an incredible episode.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, it was good.
Also,
opener.
I think I was in New York around that time.
Oh wow, wow.
Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, because they're like.
It was like 2016, and I think
the detective's like, is suddenly realise he never left this building.
Yeah,
Kind of like, and it's like,
It's so great. It's such a fucking great episode. And it's
where
just
did they
like,
find him again? Spoilers, because I might have fallen asleep right at the end. I kind of fell asleep 'cause it was like 1 a.m, and then I woke up for the credits.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so to give a bit of insight to the listeners, if they care.
Spoilers, episode 1 of New York
This is
Homicide.
episode 1 of New York Homicide, and it's
Season
about
2.
It covers there's 2 departments of homicide detectives, north and south of New York. I'm sure there's more, but there's like just for this
the
season.
big ones, yeah.
And the first episode is about a guy who lives in New Jersey, but he goes with his friends into New York to party, and then they lose their friend, and he goes missing. And it turns out that he went to an after party at a pretty swanky apartment residence, and that's and something unfortunate happened at the apartment. So it turns out that yes, he was murdered in the building. The person who did the murdering was apparently the long lost son of a celebrity jeweler. Jeweler. He was called the Jeweler to the Stars.
Yeah. He was an odd guy. He's a really odd guy.
Yeah, peculiar. But this long lost son had shown up and he'd taken him on. But then there was sort of like, I think it ended up being that he was his gay lover, I think, instead. Because I think the concierge said something along the lines of, the way they interacted is how no father and son should interact.
Yes, I remember that bit. Yeah.
Anyway, so the guy, this long lost son kills this guy, and then obviously it's all about the disposal of the body. To get the body out of the fucking building, they drop it out the window from the 4th fucking floor, and then they just retrieve it like from where it fell and chuck it in a car and drive it out to the woods, and they bury it, and they try to chop it up but they can't, so they burn it and they bury it, and it's fucking horrible. And yeah, that's what a fucking piece of shit.
And the kid's fucking dad's in it. Like, he's actually like talking all the way through the episode. It's like, fuck.
He's solid, man. Until obviously it gets to the point of like, you know,
where they find the body. What happened to him?
And
yeah,
it's just it's fucking so hard. It's so hard to fucking watch him do it.
I like the realistic bits of the voice of like when the detective like, and it's stuff that because you think about in every work, no matter what you do in every job, especially when you're dealing with things like that, you will normalize it.
Sure.
So I imagine it happens quite a lot of doctors. I imagine have to do it to get through like some of the trauma and stuff they deal with. But the fact that like the detective, like, you know, he's like, well, we get a missing case. He's like, nobody wants a missing persons case, and you're like. The way you're talking about it is like that is like someone's missing child. That's a person that's missing, and it's like, oh, you don't want a missing persons case. It's just a waste of time.
It's not like you've lost a stapler. That's
like, you know,
person.
they're either, you know, he's like they're either like, you know, they've either just run away or they're at a party and blah, 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 and it's just like, and I get it 100%. You got that's probably that has to.
They
be
tried to normalise it.
Like, yeah, you have to. Yeah,
it's like this shit happens all the time. Like,
yeah, I like bits like that. The way they kind of just talk about it, and nonchalant.
Yeah.
Sounds like a drink. I have a nonchalant please. Anyway, I think I dozed off at how they actually got the body out the building, and I kept like, why are they going to repeat it? And I don't know why I didn't rewind it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's fucking mental.
So yeah, I've watched the first 2.
Great,
I'll
the
carry on with
the
those.
entire season's really, really good. Spoilers: the final episode is 9/11.
Oh really?
But it's good. It's done really fucking good.
It's 9/11.
Yeah, they do an episode of 9/11, and it's all the people that they've interviewed or anyone is. Yeah, it's still. I know, obviously, we all know what fucking 9/11 is, but it's still worth a watch. It's still a really good episode.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta be. I can't always watch a 9/11 thing. Especially if I've had a smoke or something. I like it. I've watched a lot of them, but like sometimes I'm just like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
not saying I don't. I will watch it, but that makes me feel a bit different than watching a murder. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm kind of chasing that murder feeling.
Yeah.
No. I know it is murder that happened in 9/11, but
I'm chasing the murder feeling.
I'm not chasing them.
Becca, because we were watching that one, and Becca was just like, "Why are you like? Why does this like 9/11 like fascinate you so much? And as I said to her, it was like it's the day the world changed.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it is.
Yeah.
Like it's the world
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
after that day.
Yeah, man. You know, when I've, you know, you think when our parents grew up and what have you, it was always like, you know, where were you when the moon, I was about to say when the moon
JFK or
landed. I
fucking
was about to say,
JFK
where
or-
were you when the moon landed? Where were you when they landed on the moon? Yeah, where were you? Yeah, Kennedy got shot.
That's
you
that's
know.
our JFK
But like our
assassination.
ones like that, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, fuck, man. I've said before, I remember as accurate was I got home from fucking sixth form and Dad was like, quick, look at this. And I literally
Same.
ran in the living room just to see live on TV the second plane hit.
Yeah.
Dad was like, they've hijacked a plane and thrown it into the two towers. Oh my God, here comes another one. And then the second one
absolute.
hit.
I
And it's
got
crazy
home from,
because of the lack of internet then. I was home, watched that, got changed, walked to Surbiton, got to Summerfield where I worked, told everyone what was happening, and no one believed me. It'd been that much long of time, and they still didn't know. Like no one, but I
fucking
literally
way.
I remember telling Lee, who worked there as well, and he'd be like, "Come listen to this stuff Greg's making up." Like no one. I don't think he said making up, but this stuff Greg's talking about. And it wasn't until Lee got home and saw
Yeah.
the news that he then texted me, being like, "Oh my God, it's real! I can't believe it. This is really bad." Like,
Yeah. I was the
crazy
same.
thinking about that.
I just got home from college. My mum was on her own at home because my sister and dad were still working and up in London. So she was buzzing that I was home because she now had someone to regale the whole thing to.
Yeah,
this is
man.
fucking mental.
Yeah.
And I same as you, I walked in and she was like, a plane's hit the Twin Towers. And I was like, fucking what? And then we're watching and I watched about 5 minutes of footage and then the second plane hit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, man.
It was fucking nuts, man. It's still the mentalist thing I've ever seen, I think.
Oh,
Like,
mate, yeah. Oh, my God. Just like any footage of a plane flying into a building like that. I mean, when I say any footage, I mean like from any angle, whether in the news, people on the ground, people at the build, like all the footage we've seen over the years, like none of them are like, oh, that's not, every single one of them fucking hits, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck.
It's
Like,
insane.
you just can't,
There's so many
It's-
different like angles of.
And when I
of-
say symbolic, I don't mean symbolic in like probably what they were trying to achieve, but I just mean like it's you don't see it. They're two things you don't see together. Does that mean? And seeing it go into it and knowing it's done with pure intention, like it's so like, oh my God, it's
mad.
it's really hard to get your head around.
Yeah, it is.
Like
It's a real.
I
it's a
try.
real
I
head fuck.
very rarely ever let my mind wander into the people on the planes. I've always managed to keep my head away from that force. Like.
Fair play, because
Fuck,
that's. I mean, I've heard some of the.
And I
voicemails.
watched that United 93 film, like, and it's just like, fuck, man. Like,
I remember hearing. I think I found like a video on-
voicemails. Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
it was like
the
a
voicemails they left. Fuck.
It was, mate. I don't know why I watched it, but it was like a video
Yeah.
compilation on YouTube of like the various voicemails that had.
Yeah,
been
no, I
aired.
think I've watched a very similar one. It's not the same.
And it's just, and it's rough, man. And then it finishes, or like there's one of a guy who's like stuck on like the 105th floor, and he's just like begging them to come and fucking save it, and then he just screams, and then the line goes dead, and fucking the tower fell, and it's just mental, man, crazy.
Yeah.
And it's been like 25 years.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that show they made? I think it was on channel. Was it on BBC Two? Maybe it was on. It was definitely on terrestrial TV. It was like a 2 or 3 part. Kind of like it was filmed like a documentary, but there were actors in it. And I think it started with the attack years before, the car bomb at the Trade Center.
Yeah.
It started with that. I remember that because the guy playing the terrorist was like an actor from EastEnders, and Harvey Keitel was like the main guy, and he was like the security, or he was the head of security of the two towers.
Yeah.
Like he played him, and I remember there was like a judge in it a lot, and he was played by the dad from the Wonder Years, and Deborah, and Deborah from I was about to say Only Way is Ray. Fucking what the hell was that? As Only Way is Essex mixed up. Everybody Loves Raymond. Only Way is Ray. It was Deborah from Everybody Loves Raymond. She was like a FBI agent in it. Jesus. Like. And it was just like this. It was really well done though, and it was filmed quite like almost like camcordery. It was hard to explain, but that obviously builds all the way up to, and it ends with 9/11 happening.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because Harvey Keitel's in his office. He's just moved into his new office high up in the tower, And they're like, "Oh, your new computer's arrived. Like, do you want us to send someone up to hook it up for you?" He's like, "No, my son's going to come help me do it." And his son's there doing that. But when it happens, Harvey cut, and this is what the actual guy he's playing did. You see him running up and down constantly, trying to get as many people out as he can.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And he's
did not
working
fuck
with
around,
the fire.
like-
He's working with the fire team. He's telling them what they need, where all the exiting points are, but it's really sad, man. Listen, his mate's calling him. He's a news reporter watching from a distance the tower, and Harvey Keitel's like running up these stairs, running back up, and you just hear the noise of all the floors above collapsing, and you just see him stop and just stare, and then it just fucking collapses on him, and then just cuts to his mate who's calling him, and the line goes to his voicemail, and he just sees the tower drop in the distance, and then it's so fucking hard, and literally ends after that. It's so hard hitting because you've just followed this guy
nuts.
through like the last 3 hours of this show. Oh my god!
I stand by and say that I genuinely think the best documentary they've done of anything related to 9/11 is the 102 minutes that.
Oh
shook
yeah,
the world,
yeah.
Where it's all just the amateur footage and news footage from the day. I think it's just and it's all done in like the right time. And it's
chronological order.
Yes, that's the exact term I was looking for.
Yes, I thought so.
And it's
You're welcome.
fucking crazy. It's really fucking crazy. But yeah, let's not talk about 9/11 anymore.
Yeah,
That's
we've gone down a big 9/11 rabbit hole there, haven't we? Without even really discussing or revealing anything new, just discussing things we've heard and seen
whatsoever.
Just fell down a 9/11 hole. So there you go,
jokes either.
listeners. Yeah. Hey, whoever's into this podcast now, look at the time. If it's 9/11, let us know. Just out of curiosity, because, that's the theory, right? Because I'm always like, it's always 9/11 when I look at my watch. But am I only doing that because... This is something Chris told me once. Earthtide Chris.
Yeah.
Well, there's not that many Chris's in our circle anymore, is there?
You mean,
I don't think I even need to do that. You know?
Chris Fordry.
Chris Fordry.
Mate, that fucking plays through my head. You know when they did the How to Write a Tune episode, Earthtide did the How to Write a Tune episode?
Yeah.
And they just don't drop it in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
they just keep calling him Chris, and they're like, it has to be explained. And I was just like, it's not that deep, guys. Like,
we just started saying his name once.
And it's like, it's because he loves you. And it's just like...
I completely lost track of what I was... Chris was like... I was like, it's always... Every time I look at my watch, I always just look at the time at 9/11. And he's like, you probably look at your watch loads of times before and around that. You just know that number. There's an association to it. It's like how you always see 37 everywhere because, is it 37? Not
33.
33. And it's probably because you're not looking out for it, but you see it. You're going to be like, oh my god, 33. But you're not. But the last 27. 17, 94, and 75, you're not like, oh my god, there's 75. Like, and that's how we can explain it to me.
It's because like it has an association to it, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
But
I'm still adamant that I actually still look at my phone, not all the time, or my watch all the time, and I am still like, oh, it is 9/11.
I mean, strangely, my phone says 9/11, which is peculiar because it's 6:10 in the evening.
Yes, that is peculiar. That is peculiar. Should we go into Geezedrops? Not that I've got many. I've got one, and I think you've got a couple. So
I got a couple.
Yeah, let's go shake our asses and Geezedropping. Here we go. Oh, snippets having a conversation. How about you about psychosis? What did you hear? Geezedropping. Have a listen. Geezedropping. Having a listen. That wasn't how it goes, but there you are. Right. I'm about to say, do you want to knock off with yours? That doesn't make sense, does it? You're right, Joe. You look concerned and confused. You okay?
Yeah, I can hear something going on in
what?
the building. I don't know. There's something going on in the building that I can hear.
Like what?
It sounds like someone's trying to move a fucking furniture across a wooden floor. In all honesty, Greg. But,
maybe they are. I can't hear anything this end.
If you can,
I'm
hear
sure
that,
your mic will. Your mic will. I'm sure your mic's in the room with you. I can't hear what your mic's hearing right now.
Nah, that's it. Who knows? It'll be all right. Yes, I have a couple of. Why am I repeating everything today?
I don't know. You're losing your plot.
Stuck on shit.
The Chris Fordries has thrown you off completely.
It's all just
now
done
you've got
me
to
in.
say everything twice.
I've done myself a mischief here.
You have.
Top Shagger has sent me a couple of Geezedrops.
Thank you.
First one here just says circle. Circle not fixing. Circle does not fit into hexagonal. You learn this at 2, you nonce.
Jesus. Nonce is a word you don't want said to you.
I don't want
public.
someone telling. I'd rather be called a cunt than a nonce.
Yeah,
in all
likewise.
honesty.
Yeah. And I wouldn't
Quite
want to be called a cunty nonce either.
No.
Cunty nonce twat prick.
It's a great
I wouldn't like.
combination of-
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't mind saying it.
great
I
combination
wouldn't
of
mind
words.
being the one saying it, but I don't want to be the one being it said too.
Yeah, no, that's a. I mean, if we break that down, it's
Actually, felt a bit empowered saying that then. As a straight white male, I felt really empowered saying that.
Yeah. And then the second one that you sent me.
I hate saying that.
The second one here that you sent me, no real context, but it doesn't really need it. It just says, "Oi,
No.
bruv, your mum's a semen demon."
I like that. It's good. It's good. You know what? My voice is really weird then, but you know what episode title and artwork pops into my head quite a lot, and I think about a while.
The Wank Goblin?
It is the Wank Goblin.
Yeah.
It is. It's the Wank Goblin one.
That was one of the greatest. That's one of the
I think
greatest
about
things
it
we've
quite
discussed.
a bit, like the Wank Goblin. Like,
Yeah. It's I mean that for me is one of my favourite like conversations that we've had on this.
Wank Goblin and Steve the Dog's been one. Yeah, it's
Steve
probably
the
my
Dog.
favourite.
I like Steve the Dog.
Yeah, Steve the Dog. We'll bring Steve the Dog back at some point. It's been a while.
Definitely. Yeah.
We used to use it. We just any scenario that popped up, he was just our kind of go-to character to put it into and discuss it.
Yeah. No, the Wank Goblin was superb because it just turned into like he was like an administrator for masturbation.
Yeah.
Like,
He worked
so
in admin,
ridiculous.
didn't he? He worked in admin.
Yeah.
He worked in the admin section of the wank department. Just crunching all the numbers.
I'm going to fucking listen to that episode after this one.
God, it's an old episode. That's before you even had the iPad.
I know,
artwork,
yeah,
right?
that's way
that's,
back.
That's pen and paper artwork.
That's going back about five, 6, 7
Yeah,
years.
that's pen and paper artwork.
Quite a
Okay,
while,
thank you, Top Shagger. Thoroughly enjoyed. Fran sent me one. I wasn't playing hacky sack. I was getting fingered like a normal. Let me finish this line.
There's a difference.
I wasn't playing hacky sack. I was getting fingered like a normal 15-year-old. Thank you, Fran. You do bring some foul ones that I like a lot.
That is
Thank
fucking
you.
superb. I'm assuming someone was like, "Have you ever played hacky sack when you were younger?" And they've just gone, "No, I was getting fingered."
There's a great in that Between Two Ferns.
So good.
When he's interviewed Matthew McConaughey, and he's like, "Does it bother you that somewhere there's a hack not being hacked? No, a sack not being hacked."
And then follows it up with what was the marijuana budget on True Detective.
Yeah.
My favourite.
When he's interviewing what's her name, Brie Larson.
I was about to say
like,
this one.
and he's just like, "You don't like
Personal questions.
personal questions." And it was just like, "Oh, you don't like personal questions." This is a two-part question. When your parents split up, was it your fault? And when did you first get your period?
yeah.
Something like that. It's so good. I just remembered. I've got another geese drop.
Oh,
I've just remembered. Yes,
creeping that out of anywhere.
but my new Instagram friend Philip has sent me one. So here we go. I didn't do a good when I gave him a shout out last episode. I didn't really explain why I was shouting him out. Should really say the whole point. If his Instagram is called Godzilla Appreciation Zone. If you just go to Zilla Shots, you'll see him pretty much either like or a comment on any post I've done. But no, his photography is fucking awesome, and he has been sending me his fucking band. He's been like he's got like a fucking metal band out in fucking California.
I thought you were going to say like a Godzilla band there, and I was like, I need to fucking hear that.
And he sent me his He sent me a track he's working on at the moment. It's fucking brutal, man. Like fucking. Like,
Oh really?
Oh yeah, because he's all just fucking like fucking raw fucking screamo vocals, man. Like it's fucking. Oh yeah, it's good, really good.
Awesome.
I was gonna play a bit then, but actually I probably shouldn't unless he's told me I can. But he messaged me being like, "What's the best way to send you an unreleased track?" I listened to the podcast episode where you guys talk about Sleep Token and Lorna Shore and his animal noises. I do some of those animal noises myself on this track, and I'm curious to your reaction.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely send that. I want to hear that. That's another one of my favourite moments is when we're talking about Sleep Token, but we're talking about them before they were big.
Yeah,
We couldn't
comprehend
them being all kitted out in their fucking stage gear, but playing like a bar in Camden. And then about a year later, a video came out of them playing a bar, and they're all fucking like decked out. And I was like, you know what, fair play.
Yeah,
but there's the whole bit where we're talking about them checking into their hotel for the evening, but he's obviously trying to not give his identity away. And it's just like, I'm here. I have a. I think I say something along the lines of, I have a key card. I guess you could call it a sleep token.
Yes.
And I know I said that.
Still well delivered.
That to me is one of the funniest things I've ever fucking come up with.
Yeah, it's good. Apologies if I don't mean to do this, Philip. I'm going to play a quick snippet just through my phone here. If you're happy for me to play the whole track on another episode, I will. But I know you haven't finished working on it yet, so this is not completely finished or produced. But yeah. But also, it's like this as well, just fucking...
That's fucking great.
It's heavy as fuck, man. And he did say it's his more heavier music he's working on. I hope that was all right,
That's
Philip.
fucking cool.
It just worked in the thing. Right, but he sent me a geese drop. I've just closed everything down and moved away from it. He actually opened that up to find the geese drop he sent me. I didn't copy and paste it at the time, so I need to scroll back and find the geese drops. Here we go. Okay, so sent me this one. I think I have a couple of geese drops. I don't know if they're any good, but they made me laugh. So here we go.
I like this, that he's not certain. This is great. This is superb.
So these will be in from San Francisco. So here we go. We're
oh my god, yeah, no,
we're over the ocean, fucking geese drops here. At the movie theatre, an elderly woman comes out of the restroom and reassuringly looks at her husband and says, "Diarrhea." Diarrhea?
That's great.
Just an elderly woman coming out. I like her coming out the bathroom, but I like the fact it's that and reassuringly looks at her husband and says, "Diarrhea."
Yeah. Diarrhea.
Diarrhea, I'm afraid.
I told you.
It's where I've been. It's been diarrhea.
I told you I shouldn't have had them prunes.
Oh my god. Okay, this one. A group of chaperoned handicapped kids are rushing to the bus stop when one of them screams to one of the caretakers, "Hurry up! We're gonna miss the fucking bus!" Oh, man, awesome.
I would definitely call those geese drops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were great.
Just to reassure our new friend Phil, those are definitely fucking geese drops, my friend.
Yes. Thank you, Phil. They were great. You know what? Keep them coming. Whatever you hear, keep them coming.
That's great.
Whatever you like. We're always open to fucking content. Just keep it coming. Right. Okay. Joe, I saw this story the other day about pizza that I haven't actually properly read, so I don't know if it's going to be. Well, I guess we'll find out. I saw the headline on just like an image, and I went to click the comments to read where it was, and I saw straight away someone had written like, "Save your time reading it. It's in Brazil. Don't worry about it if you live in England." But I was like, well, actually, no. I still want to know the story, so I grabbed the article and haven't read it. It is from the Mirror, mind you. So here we go. Inspections of a pizzeria have been carried out over more than one... Sorry, inspections have failed at the first fucking sentence. By the way, I should probably throw this out there. I know we've been waffling for quite a bit, and the food pun was intended. But anything I have got from this point forward is pretty much food related. So we're gonna start with a pizza story. Inspections of a pizzeria have been carried out after more than 100 people were hospitalised and one person died after eating pizza from a venue in the Brazilian city. Fuck, man. Imagine dying because you ate pizza. Fuck. It'd be quite poetic if that's how you went, Joe.
I mean, yeah, it's,
It would be quite poetic. Yeah.
Probably.
think we would like get your ash. I'm sorry, I'm sure your mum might want to have a discussion about this, but I'd probably get you like, and I'm sure Becca will too. But and maybe all your family before I make this decision for you. But I probably will. I probably will get your ashes put into a pizza.
Caring feelings for me.
I might just. Yeah, no, we can't do that. No. I might just get you put into a pizza and then we eat it at the wake.
I was gonna. That's fucked up.
He lives in all of us now.
I was like, he's going to put me in a fucking stuffed crust, isn't he? He's going.
I wasn't going to go stuffed crust. I was just thinking ashes on mixed in with the cheese or what have you. I wasn't going to stuff crust you, but I could stuff crust you. That's a weird phrase.
Yeah.
I think that could be the episode title unless something else pops up. I could stuffed crust you.
I don't know how to draw that.
I do. It'd be me, you in a crust, like that's a pizza, and I'm
say no more.
And I'm on the pizza, maybe on a pepperoni, like trying to push it. Oh, that's the image that popped in my head.
Just
hang on a minute. A fucking ad's popped up. Sketch your soulmate, and we'll find your soulmate for you. No, thank you. One person died and 118 have been hospitalised after eating food from a popular pizza restaurant in Brazil, South America. The individual, who had been identified as 44-year-old Rassam Materian Bezerra Savia by authorities, reportedly died after eating pizza from a venue in Pombal in...
God, I mean, choose a name, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of names being thrown out here. A lot of names of places. Food poisoning fuck, man. It's taken 2 healthcare facilities in the region following the incident. According to the hospital, the woman was admitted to the facility on Monday with symptoms that included abdominal pain, vomiting and diarrhea. Reassuringly, diarrhea. Traditional symptoms of food poisoning. In a statement about the death, the hospital said the patient's condition deteriorated rapidly. Fuck, man.
Well, maybe Phil's old woman in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
In Brazil.
That was me joke. Yeah.
Explosive diarrhea, darling. Yeah.
Wow. So across the Sunday and Monday, lots of 118 people, 74 people were taken in with similar symptoms, but overall, 118. Fuck, man. Nice. It's been reported that inspectors found irregularities with the pizzeria, including food was not stored properly alongside presence of insects at venue. What's more, the local council in the region has said that the case is to be referred to Age Visa for further analysis alongside continued monitoring of the situation.
Fuck.
So, fuck, man.
Death is fucking mental.
Yeah, from a fucking pizza. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's fucked up.
So when they reopen, a pizza to die for will be their slogan. Sorry, that's not funny. Someone died. I apologise.
Come on. I was going to say if we're sticking with a food thing. Do you watch Last Meals on?
Desperately
YouTube?
Try not to make it a 9/11 thing.
Yes.
I don't watch it religiously, but yes, I have watched episodes when it's someone I've been quite interested to see.
Yeah. What's your thought on the guy?
Oh, the host.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't. Me and Becca are a bit.
I'm not
sure if we like him.
I don't really take much consideration, to be honest with you. And most of the stuff I see is clips on TikTok or not TikTok, clips on Facebook or Instagram. But I have watched a couple episodes when there's been someone vaguely interesting to watch on it.
We watched a bunch of them over the weekend.
Right.
I think it was only because
I've definitely not binged it.
Elijah Wood was on.
Yeah, I watched the Elijah Wood one.
He's great.
Watching him
interview.
He's on loads of stuff, isn't he? Yeah,
he's fucking great. Obviously, he's got what is it? Ready or Not is the film.
With
Ready
Sarah Gellar
coming out or something.
Yeah.
But Elijah Wood's a fucking superb human being. So
for sure. I'd love to.
It's an interesting thing. I was going to say let's do a Last Meals episode, but we did that already. So it was.
Yes, we did. Yes, because we ripped off that podcast. Yes.
Yeah, I was just watching it, and I was just like, you know what? If I'm going on this show, I'm just going to ask for 4 bowls of cereal, and then Joseph fucking Gordon-Levitt turned up in an episode, and guess what? You fucking got
cereal.
5 bowls of cereal. I was like,
But
fuck.
yeah, we did
took my namesake and my idea.
Quite interestingly, that actually ties into what I've got here, talking about your preferred meals. So this is a list I found on BuzzFeed of strange meals people ate at home as children that they didn't realise were strange till they grew up and told other people what they ate. You know,
Great.
not like bodies or anything. I have actually randomly, funnily enough, been watching a lot of. I think I watched one, and now my algorithm was like, "Oh, gimme." But a lot of videos. No, about just old English meals, not like Victorian age. I mean, like 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Struggles. I think they call it like a struggle meals or whatever.
Yeah, and just like it's. I was like, fuck, I remember that. I remember people having that, and just like. It's been quite a ride, actually, kind of like reliving, like, and being like, oh, I never had those, but I definitely remember people having banana sandwiches and sugar sandwiches.
Yeah. Do you have a struggle, like go-to meal? Like if you're like, when you're,
I
when you've
pretty
got
much
nothing in
live
the
on
fridge.
toast. Like
That's fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking like, I don't know why you're asking this. You know what the answer's going to be.
Yeah.
My go-to is if there's nothing at home, I will get a pack of super noodles and whack it in a sandwich.
Yeah, nice.
I thoroughly, if you haven't,
I'm assuming you cook them first. Well, you add the boiling water first.
Don't be ridiculous.
You don't
Why would I
put
actually
dry
crunchy-
super noodles.
What a big crunchy pile of uncooked noodles in between bread, Greg, is what I'm looking for.
I really love that crunch.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you what I do. I put the noodles into my mouth, dry, with the sauce, and I just kind of let nature run its course.
So I guess before we look at these, I definitely have said this on the podcast before, and Rob, if you're listening, I apologise if I get this wrong, but I remember having dinner at Rob's house, and we'd always kind of go to the chip shop, or it'd just be like nuggets and chips, or this or that, pasta maybe. Like, I remember, I think I had it twice as a kid having dinner at Rob's house. I had dinner at Rob's house loads as a kid. Rob is my mate from school who we played his music on here, and Stars Not Birds. He made the theme tune music. He was like, oh, this is great. This is when Mum kind of makes dinner out of leftovers. Maybe it changes every time. This particular time, if I might get this all wrong, it was like rice, bacon, sausage. Oh, there was something else, and I can't remember what it was. Covered in like Heinz tomato soup.
Oh, what the fuck?
And it was fucking amazing. It was so good.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that being all right.
But I remember at the time being like, this is insane. Like, this is an insane meal. And the Rob's like, oh, you'll like this. Yeah, that, he did acknowledge that it's something kind of like, not much in the house at the moment, kind of what's left in the cupboard in the fridge dinner.
Yeah.
That, but it had been had before. And I was just like, but it was fucking good, man. Mm-hmm. I've kind of replicated it in sort of similar ways since. In fact, not that long ago, what did I definitely fucking put tomato soup over something I had recently. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, mate,
maybe I was so disgusted with myself for doing it, I blocked it out. But yeah.
Soup becomes a sauce so easily.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely, at one point, when I was living with Kaz, I think I had like a pack of ravioli, and I boiled that up, and I'm pretty sure I had a tin of fucking chicken soup, and I whacked that in there as well, and I was
nice. Yeah,
banging.
Banging, yeah.
I do remember going to a friend's house after school, and he was a friend that we became sort of good friends pretty quickly. A guy called Daniel, and he'd invited me to come over to his after school. His brother was him. We got on because he found out that I like listening to like Metallica.
Yeah.
And like fucking shit like that, and he was like, my brother's like a big like metalhead fan. Come over and see his like guitar or something. I was like, cool. Big brothers with guitars usually don't let their little brothers and their mate have a look at it, and usually beat the shit out of them if they go anywhere near it. So I was cautious. But we hung out and fucking stayed at his house. And then his mum made dinner, and she was like, "Dinner's ready." And we came downstairs, and it was like shepherd's pie, which was fucking great.
Nice, yeah, I like shepherd's pie.
And then, but the thing that threw me off was like, instead of like a glass of squash or water, I was just given a mug of tea. And I don't drink tea or coffee, as you know. And it just fucking sparked me. I was just like, fuck, I'm not going to drink that. And what do I do? Like, I'm going to look like a cunt if I don't drink that. And I was just like, and it was, I was having a real fucking crisis during that meal. It was just like, you know what you tea? I was like, Like, don't ask me about the tea. In all honesty, like the tea is this.
I'm a bit of a tea wanker. I'm afraid it's not quite to my standards. Don't worry, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Yeah, it's not you. It's me.
It's me.
He also had Daniel also had a Siamese cat that anytime you opened the door, it would try and escape. It was an inside cat. It was not allowed outside. and Daniel, once the door opened and the cat darted for it, and he dived like a goalkeeper to fucking get that cat, and he was just like, oh, he just had this cat in his hands, just like, oh, fucking caught it though. Like,
run, shut the door.
yeah, I think that was the funny thing about like going over to your mate's house, because like you were so like familiar with what you get for dinner at home.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you go
yeah.
to someone else's, like that fucks the equilibrium up.
Yeah,
like,
it can do. Yeah. Sometimes in a good or a bad way. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, you're just like, whoa, I've never had this. Like,
Yeah. I don't want this.
yeah.
I want to go home. The first one, I'm not going to go through the whole list. I'm just going to kind of go through and quickly pick and choose. But the first one's a nice, easy one that isn't actually that strange. And I don't do this, but I know people that do this or have done in the past. Just ketchup sandwiches. Big fan of ketchup. He has admitted he sometimes like to put sliced ham in there.
Oh, you know, just when he's feeling fancy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely had something like that at one point, but there was more in it than just ketchup.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that's similar to like a jam sandwich. I can't see that.
Yeah,
being
no.
Yeah, can't see.
I
that
used to
as
like
something
a
I'd be
jam
interested
sandwich
in.
occasionally as a kid, but I wouldn't enjoy it now. It's too sweet for me now, and it's a bit like, God, I sound like an old man.
I was never really a fan of preservatives.
Yeah.
As a
I do like jam on toast, and I go through phases of I won't have it for like years, and then I'll get some jam, put it on there, and then I'll eat nothing but that. Well, not nothing but that, but on toast, I'll have jam toast for like fucking ages, and then just not have it again
For
days. For days, maybe weeks. This one,
who's your go-to brand of bread, Greg?
Oh, mate, I don't really have a go-to brand of bread. If I'm doing a shop in Lidl's, I will usually buy like a thick sliced Hovis or something, or like But
their thick sliced tiger loaf is a fucking
it is
staple
nice
in this household.
But I don't really I don't go to Lidl that much to do big shops, so I have to kind of make do with the only bread they sell down the road, which I don't like. I hate 50-50 loaves. But it's the only one they have down. There's a King's Mill thick one, and I don't really like it, to be fair.
50-50 loaves remind me of like when we would have been like 9-10 years old. Oh god, what was it called?
Alternative to brown bread, yes.
No, it was like a white. Mighty White is the fucking one.
Yeah, it's very racist now.
And it was a white bread, but with the goodness of wholemeal. It was
yeah.
Don't ever buy that
Mighty White.
shit.
God, I completely lost track of what I was saying then. I was like, Mighty White. I was like, yeah, 'cause I remember going to Londis as a kid. And buying like Mighty White and seeing on the shelf. We never really bought Mighty White. I think it was out of our budget. We used to buy like the other bread.
It sounds too racist.
God, sorry, I'm actually being really cheeky.
Are you all right?
I'm replying to a message. I'm actually quickly replying to a message, and I was trying to do it discreetly, but I kept losing track of what I was talking about, and I'm even talking now to try and
we covered ketchup sandwiches.
Yes, we did. Yes, I was actually going to carry on and go into the next one on the list. Right, here we go. This one I've seen before. I grew up poor, and my mum used to put cut-up hot dogs in everything. Cut-up hot dogs and scrambled eggs, in boxed mac and cheese, stir in fries with vegetables to eat on top of rice, and fried potatoes to make some kind of hot dog hash.
I mean,
just looks like a bowl of
hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
I mean, I can understand
cheese.
that in like macaroni and cheese. That's
But it
pretty
looks
standard.
good though.
Like,
it's nice.
I don't mind it.
I like that.
We used to, me and Becca again, like we definitely had like a hot dog struggle meal, or if it was just like we just couldn't be asked to make a proper dinner, just chuck some hot dogs in the microwave and just have that in a sandwich. Like,
Why not?
Done the job, but I can't. Like, I don't know. It got to a certain point where we were both just like, I don't think I want hot dogs for a while. Like, you know what I mean? It just gets like that.
This one here, we grew up super poor. We ate flapjacks, which in our house were just flour, salt, and water pan cooked into flabby, flavourless pancakes. Then my mum would try and make syrup by cooking down sugar and water. Another regular was toast with ketchup, and yet another was spaghetti noodles with canned beans. I don't know what I can say. I thought it was normal, but I do know it was what was there to eat.
Yeah, fair play.
Right,
that's it.
Do what you
Just
can.
It's
probably best you didn't know. My grandpa used to make peanut butter toast crispy bread. he always buttered the bread before putting on the PJ and hot chocolate and would dip the toast in the hot chocolate. Didn't realise it was weird until I got to college. That's like when I was dipping toast in my coffee. I didn't think it was weird until I did it in front of you and you were like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you were like, whoa, you almost dipped that in your coffee then. I was like, I did dip it in my coffee. And you were like, what? And I was like, why is that? And I didn't realise till that point, it was lucky we were in a cafe, not your house. But I didn't realise it was a weird thing to do. I thought it was fairly normal.
That would have, yeah. Was that the cafe up the road from when I lived with Cats?
Yeah.
That was a great cafe.
It was a good calf. I think I only went there with you that once though.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll go again sometime, Greg.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of this one. When I was growing up in the Midwest, chili and cinnamon rolls was a common combination. It wasn't until I was an adult that I learned this was pretty much only a Midwestern thing. Yeah.
I'm assuming like chili as in like chili con carne and not like just
I don't know.
Peppers.
I don't know. Just be putting chili on cinnamon rolls. Just like a hot sauce.
Regardless, cinnamon should not be mixed with either of those. I don't think cinnamon belongs in that situation.
I don't like the sound of this one. Sliced pickle and Kraft single sandwiches with crisps in as well. I mean, I like cheese and crisp, but not like the
it's
picture doesn't look very
basically.
appetizing.
I mean, that's basically just the elements of a Big Mac without the burger, isn't it? It's just pickles and cheese and burger sauce. But,
this sounds interesting.
Something taking your fancy, Greg.
Yeah, my mum didn't realise that you were supposed to create a broth with the ramen noodle spice packet. She would drain the noodles, then stir in butter and season it to taste with the flavour packet, usually about a quarter of the packet. It was delicious. It does sound nice.
That sounds fucking good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
That's it. You create a sauce instead of a broth.
Yeah.
Nice.
That does sound good.
I used to put gravy granules in when I was doing super noodles because it thickened up the sauce. And sort of instead of it being like fully absorbed, it would turn like into like a sort of a whatever flavour of gravy. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
I love the name of this thing here, this little creation. We were kind of poor, and my mum used to take a package of uncooked hot dogs, grind them up, and mix them with sweet relish and mayonnaise. That was what we called salad ham. No, ham salad. Ham salad. Salad ham sounds better. That's what we called ham salad. My friends all loved the stuff.
Okay, so they mushed it all together. So hot dogs.
she would take uncooked hot dogs, grind them all up, and then mix them with sweet relish and mayonnaise.
To each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own. As I can imagine it, but I just can't imagine what it tastes like.
Yeah. What is this?
But also, like, what do you do? Like, do you cook it afterwards? Is it like do you do it as like a sheet of meat?
Yeah,
meat
I don't know. It doesn't
meat
specify.
sheets,
I don't like the sound of this one here. Bloody hell! Cubed up baguette. That caught my fancy first. I love a baguette.
Yeah.
I actually bought
like
some French stick today.
I
bought some French stick today to make for my lunch for tomorrow for work, and I'm actually looking forward to eating it. So that caught my eye. The next bit did not. Cubed up baguette, tossed in Greek yogurt and chopped mint. Sometimes some honey to make it a sweet treat. This was strictly an after-dinner snack for some reason. I don't like the sound of that at all. If I'm being honest.
It's the yogurt and mint. It's just like why? What are they trying to prove?
I don't like the sound of that one at all. Right, okay. This is the last one I'm going to do here. The weirdest thing I can think of is my grandmother taught me to eat coffee and crackers. Basically, you take a plate and line it with saltinis, pour over coffee until they've softened. Saltinis, yeah, I'm saying that right. Saltines, not saltinis. Saltines. Pour over coffee until they've softened, then spread some sugar to taste and eat with deli ham. It's basically a poor man's country ham biscuits and red-eye gravy. It's not the most thrilling breakfast in the world, but it hits the spot once in a while.
Does the job. I mean, none of these are supposed to be groundbreaking. They're just supposed to fill a void, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to like.
Void filled. Right, fucking A. I did again have a whole breakdown about London's best burgers, but I'm going to save that because I'm still searching for like a sandwich one as well to do. So I want to do them. Okay, I'm going to save
Wait. You want to what's London's best sandwich?
I've got London's best burgers list, but I wanted to do like a a sandwich one as well, but I've been struggling to find a decent list or one that's like modern or relevant. Like,
There's if you're looking for inspiration from that, I think there's if it's still there in London, there's a place called Max's Sandwich Shop.
oh, I've heard of this.
And my sister bought me their cookbook
Yeah.
of how to do sandwiches, and some of them are fucking amazing. So that's maybe.
Cool.
Banh mi is always a good Vietnamese sandwich. I thoroughly recommend that to anyone. Should we go to London and just have sandwiches?
To go sandwiches, I'm what a fucking sandwich day.
We'll do a sandwich crawl.
Do a fucking sandwich day. Hell yeah.
Get Ed in on that as well. You might like a sandwich. Let's do some.
Yeah.
Let's go do some
Go
London
do some
market
sandwiches.
research.
Let's go do some sandwich research.
Yeah.
Sandwich
It's,
enthusiasts
we'll cut
hit
it in
the
half,
road.
so that's one each, so we're not going to get
Yeah,
too
exactly.
full.
There we go. Yeah, we'll mix it up a bit. Yeah, fuck yeah. We'll do a little fucking sandwich tour.
Love
And
it.
then we'll stop for a meal deal at Tesco's on the way. then we'll go down and do what's the best meal deal. Not this one. All right, cool. Fuck yeah. So yeah, that was what an episode of twists and turns that was, and different
we went from
directions.
9/11 to
To
struggle
sandwiches. Which is a good way to go, I think.
Not bad at all. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank
if
you.
you've made it this far, I guess the only thing I have to say. Thank you guys for sending in your geese drops, Top Shagger and Fran. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
And Phil, sorry as well.
Yes,
sorry to leave
thank you,
out.
Phil.
And yes, well, what an episode.
Fucking A, yeah. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. I've been Greg, gonna get you stuffed crust Armstrong.
I guess I've been Joe. Diarrhea.
Oh,
Jackson.
Bye.
You've been listening to The All Seeing Guys with Greg and Joe, where Greg probably had some kind of list and Joe most likely went for a piss 5 minutes before the end. If you hear this, it means that Greg hasn't sorted an outro yet. So maybe just imagine some music here, because honestly, that's all I actually wanted. Okay, bye.